Hello.
Welcome to
Mind Body Stuff.
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Bernice.
Do you trust that this is the right order to say that now?
Yeah.
Because remember last time you fought on that order?
What was the order that I thought it was?
You thought it was, I'm Kaylee, I'm Bernice, this is Mind Body Stuff.
Oh no, that's totally wrong.
Well, you were all...
I was
had your surgery.
I was a little off my game at the time.
But you weren't on drugs, were you?
No, I wasn't, but I still feel like the sleepy thing or whatever they did, I felt like it was like in my body for a while.
I have never heard you say, I'm going to go rest more than you did last week.
I
I've never seen you have to rest.
Oh yeah, I had to rest because it was way bigger than I thought it would be.
Her fatty tumor.
Her fatty tumor is the size of a small loaf of banana bread. Which is the doctor's like a small loaf of bread.
Now it's gone.
Now it's gone. Now I'm like lighter.
Lighter, literally.
Literally 2 pounds lighter. And actually, this is the first week. Actually, this last weekend was the first weekend I felt normal.
Oh, yeah.
Starting to feel normal.
You did not act normal for a while there.
I did not feel normal. And last week, I got a stomach flu or something.
Yeah.
Which was unfortunate. How fascinating. Let's talk about Bernice's health.
Talk about her digestion tract. And
we spent the weekend together for Kaylee's birthday, which was super, super fun. But unfortunately, I ate something Saturday evening.
Not when we were together.
Yeah.
Oh,
how
but you already had
that?
Oh,
no, you look at me like you don't even remember. And the whole time we're sitting in the living room, we eat the dinner. And I even thought about, I'm like, this is a lot of roughage. Thinking the doctor, and I had just seen the doc, and he was like, just eat kind of, really easy digestible stuff. And we ate this delicious meal, but it did have a lot of roughage in it. And then we're sitting in the living room, and Kaylee's like, something smells bad.
I'm like, is it me?
She's like,
do I stink?
Is it my feet? I think it's my feet. And I'm just laying on the sofa above her, just farting up a storm. But they're not even normal. They're just kind of these weird, forced, painful farts, from the stomach condition. And, but you can't really hear them still. But everyone the whole time was like, God, what is that smell? And then finally I said something or someone heard it. And that's
disgusting.
That's how the
weekend. But you had a stomach flu before that.
I did. I was recovering from it.
Recovering from a stomach flu.
That's exactly right. After my surgery, I had a stomach flu, which I thought was internal bleeding, by the way. And the doc's like, well, that's impossible because we never entered your abdominal cavity. Are you sure, doctor?
Oh, my God.
Anyway, this kind of brings us to the topic.
Pillar number 2.
And it's not in terms of importance or anything. Do you know what I mean?
Right. No, I guess not.
Because
we're missing parenthood here. You would put marriage as number 1.
Maybe I would put purpose as number 1.
We're looking at our pillars. We just wrote them down again. We've got about 8 pillars that we're covering in this last podcast series. These pillars are what stabilize us, what keep us held up,
and are sort of the foundation of our lives.
And who we are and why we are the way we are.
Why we are and the way we are.
So last one was on marriage, oh my God, I listened to that one back and that was bad.
I couldn't even listen to it.
I'm like, Bernice.
I can't.
Bernice, you have to listen to this. Listen to what we said. Oh my God. I can't believe we said those things.
She played it for me. Luckily on fast forward and skipping over some parts, which I appreciate. Kind of like, oh, here's a part. And I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. That's not a bad part. And I apologize for Adam and Eve and the rib. And I had just recovered from surgery.
Okay.
So I just hope everyone understands that.
I also realized though that
she's like, get off that topic.
I'm like, let's not bring it back up. let's just not open that one back up. But I did realize, I had a lot of babies in a short amount of time. And so I never really got regular in my cycles for a very long time. And now that I am, I'm like, what's happening? Why do I hate everyone?
Probably 8 years.
It's been a long time.
Because then I realized it's Bodhi to the last.
Oh yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah. And that's about, I would say, it was 2014. 2013. No, when did my dad die?
Your dad died a year later.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
A year and a day later.
A year and a day later. It's a little weird on the same trajectory. So,
yeah.
Oh, that's
like,
right. 2013.
You always do this. I have a loss, then you have a loss. I get depressed, then you get depressed.
That's why I'm like, you got to get treated for your depression real quick here.
I go tomorrow to the naturopath.
Thank goodness.
Anyways, I realized that my cycle highly, highly affects my outlook on life.
Oh, highly.
Because I'm like, I want to die and I hate everything.
Yeah, you go in your bed.
And then I lay in my bed.
I'm like, she's like, I'm in my bed. I'm like, your bed?
I know.
What are you doing in your bed?
I get depressed.
Yeah, and then she just lays in her bed. And then, but you kind of do interesting work in your bed.
I think a lot.
Yeah, which is good. You kind of give good ideas occasionally. So I'm like, good job. But she's very depressed in her bed. Anyway, she's going to the vet. Not the vet. She's going to the doctor. Our friend the vet, very good with female problems. With the bitches. Sorry.
So I'm going to the doctor tomorrow to see if we can figure out my hormones.
Yeah,
they're messing me up.
I told her, first you went to bed 2 months ago.
Yeah, and then I went to bed last month.
Then she went to bed last month, and then so I said, it looks like it's this attached to your cycle.
Uh-huh.
And then Kaylee was like,
oh, whoa.
Yes, it's definitely attached. It looks definitely attached to the cycle. So then I know now, we're going towards it.
We're going to bed again.
Yeah, we're going to bed again. And then that means I go to bed the next week. I'm in bed the next week because that's when we did the marriage podcast last time. And I was just kind of like, everything's wrong.
You're like, my marriage is complicated.
Even our intro is wrong. It's a wrong intro. So we're just working on our stuff here, folks.
We're working on it. But I think for me, marriage is probably the most important pillar because I could lose my sense of purpose probably for a little while.
That's true. That's a good point.
But I can't imagine not being married to that man.
No, I can't. Well, sometimes I do.
That sounded like that was a weird podcast.
We appreciate you listening to it. And we appreciate your comments too. We got some nice comments.
I can see the humor in it. So I appreciate
it. So thank you for that.
Anyways, today we're going to talk about friendship. Friendship. Why is friendship important to you? Why is this your pillar too?
Well, sometimes I think it's not.
Yes.
And that's when I get in trouble.
Yes.
Because then I distance myself from everybody. And then I realize I need people other than my marriage and my children to be in my life.
Right.
Because they have different perspectives than your marriage and your children.
I think I behave around my family different than I do around my friends sometimes too.
I think I do too. Oh, definitely.
And so it's good for me to be to have that.
And it's kind of like I'm funny or create. Like I'm not going to dance as much with my family.
No, I was just thinking so it was my birthday. It was my birthday. And, I feel sad because not sad because whatever, but I never post any pictures of Rob.
Oh, yeah. No.
Or any pictures of us together.
Yeah.
And then I posted that picture of us dancing, and I had a moment where I'm like, what do people think? That I just can't wait to get away from my family or something and post pictures of being with my friends.
Right. Oh, that's interesting.
But then I was like, but I don't know. I don't know why I do that.
I feel like my marriage is more private.
I feel like Rob is a very private person too. Yeah. And so there's a little bit of respect.
And Mike would hate it if I was like, let me just do a photo of us.
Anytime Mike tries to do a photo, he's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Mike's like, I don't want a photo.
I know, that's what Rob says too. He's
what about for memories or something? He's like, we have the memory right here, babe.
Yeah, no, I think that they're similar in that way. I mean, if Rob were on social media and stuff, then I'd be like, oh, whatever, he doesn't care about it. He's not on it.
And I get jealous of the people that their partners are in their pictures. Or I'm like, it looks like he doesn't mind having his picture taken with her.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, here we are on our hike, and they're smiling and stuff.
I also think in my marriage, I'm in homeostasis. Does that make sense?
Balance.
Is that the right word? Where you're just this is just me in my natural state.
Homeostasis. Well, yeah, that's
right.
And
you're just kind of okay, my marriage is my reboot. It's my just this is just normal life.
Right.
And then when I hang out with friends, it's oh, look at this is something else I'm doing in my life.
Right.
So it feels like
It's more special?
Not more special, but just like, it's like just something different.
Yeah, I think that's right. It does feel different. Obviously, it is different. I feel like I have a different relationship with my friends than I do with my husband.
Right.
He still thinks I'm funny.
Oh, he thinks you're hilarious.
But he doesn't listen to me a lot of the time. The other morning, oh my God, he's had to leave for wherever. He had to go on a work trip yesterday. And he's all calling me from the car. He's like, where are the keys? I've told him 3 times. The keys are in what's that thing in the car? The middle thing in the car.
Oh, the box thing?
Whatever that's called. The console.
Glove box?
Like in a glove box. They're in the glove box in the car. I'm like, it's the hidden one. We've had the similar car.
Yes.
And he's not listening. I can tell you that's because he goes out the car. He's like, the car started, but where are the keys? I've looked in the console. They're not there. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I go out there and they're in the hidden console thing I told him about. So then I just start joking. I'm like, oh, excuse me, Mama, I can't find the keys in the car. The car started, but there are no keys in it. And I had him laughing, like almost crying. Because it's just like an old man, just like, I pushed every button and none of the buttons work. It's like, you're so dumb.
Oh my God.
Oh, but anyway, it's funny to make him laugh. But I have the same thing with my friends. I love everybody laughing and getting together.
Getting together. I love it too. Yeah, we are very lucky in that we got to travel so much for work. So it's like we had so much friend time, but it was also like, sorry, I have to go. It's work.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So we got to go on these fun work trips, but we get to go together and we get to see all of our friends in all the other towns that we get to travel to.
Because we get to do these the ULA workshops, which
are
amazing.
We go together and it's so fun, and then we see our friends all day long.
And it's kind of very heightened. It's like heightened.
Yeah.
And then we come home and they're like, woo.
Go out to dinner with people, and then we go back to our hotel and we just like lay in bed and watch HGTV. So fun.
It's so fun.
I mean, that's really nice because like we get to travel with friends.
I mean, I wonder how much, how often do people hang out with their friends? And now with COVID being around, I know people have been writing a lot about that it's been harder and harder to hang out with people.
Well, and I think a lot of people are making a lot of different choices about what they feel safe doing. I think that there's a lot of people who, we're sitting next to each other. We shared a bed this weekend. There's a lot of people who aren't doing that with their friends.
Yeah, a lot of people are not doing that.
Which I totally respect. Like, I get that.
Well, and that's caused a strain on some friendships. Like I know with my daughter, she has a bunch of friends who are just still going to the bars and stuff.
Right.
And she feels like she can't hang out with them anymore.
Yeah.
During this time period. So it's created
and she has a baby.
And she has a baby, and they don't have babies yet. And so, but it's still like her girlfriend's like, well, just come for an hour. Come to the brewery for an hour.
Right.
And normally I think she would do that. But now she doesn't want to do it because of the COVID.
Right.
So I think that's put a strain on friendships.
I totally agree. I definitely am nervous for the winter because I have a bunch of friends that, would be like, yeah, let's go out on the river or let's go, do whatever. And now it's kind of like, I'm like, uh-oh, our social life is going to change.
It's going to get quite narrowed down.
I think probably all the people who are dancing outside feel that way too. Like, oh my God, what are we going to do now?
Oh, that's such a good point. Yeah.
Like you don't see your people. Like I don't go to restaurants or bars. Like I've not done that.
We went to one restaurant outside in July. No, I went with the family.
Oh,
Mike made me go. No, It was September. It was for our anniversary.
Oh, right.
And I was very upset. But it was outside, and all the research. But that was
I've been to a couple places, like maybe twice I've been outside.
Yeah, that was my first and only time.
Yeah.
Outside.
I know.
And I felt worried, but it was totally fine.
I didn't feel worried. I don't know. I just felt, but I also felt like, I don't know, like if I'm going to pick things that I really want to do, I don't really need to go to a bar.
No, you don't need to go. I mean, I can drink at home. When I often do. But you know what I mean? Or
totally.
if you have a pod, and maybe that's a good idea right now is people should start
you pick your pod.
Selecting your pod. So you're ready for these dark months of winter. We had an early snowstorm here in Missoula. So today it's like 2 degrees and there's a ton of snow. It's October. This is very unusual, but I feel like it's made me kind of wake up like, oh, winter is coming.
Oh yeah.
Like what is your plan for this long drawn out time?
I know. And everyone's just sick of living in pandemic. So they're like,
and they don't want to do it. And our kids are going to get put, we go to virtual classes after Thanksgiving. So it's kind of like thinking about planning ahead about how this winter is going to look.
Yeah, it's going to, I know.
December, January, and February.
Yeah, barf.
But back to friendship.
Friendship.
Why do you think friendship is important?
Well, I think friendship is very important because, at least for me, it allows me to, like, the different parts of my personality are allowed to come out and play. Like, because we just had this 2 nights away, and it's so great. Just like, I don't know, when I'm momming, I have to be so, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's just like do all the time. Mm-hmm. It's like there's so much to do all the time.
Oh, there's so much to do.
And then, like, I just get to be with friends.
And you just end up doing, I feel like I end up doing chores. Like I end up doing meeting chores. This chore and then the next chore and then this chore and then, I better finish that chore.
Yeah.
And then the friendship time is so like,
it's just like, you just get to, like, you don't have to.
Like there was no plan.
Yeah, it was awesome.
There was no plan.
Well, and I just feel grateful for the kinds of friendships that we have. Like, I mean, I think maybe a lot of people in the ULA world, but I don't know how many people normally get together with their girlfriends. I mean, you're a bit older than me.
Quite a bit.
You're quite a bit older than me. But, like, the fact that you still just, like, dance and sing and, like, you're so playful. Like, I don't know how many groups of women get together in their 30s, 40s, 50s and just, like, sing and dance and laugh and, like, fart and, like, it's just lay in bed together and watch TV. Like, I don't know if that's normal.
Well, and that's been hard for me as an older woman, a woman in her 50s, and not
late 50s,
soon to be 60. That is, for me, a lot of women my age, not to overgeneralize because you guys can fight me with this. But if I hang out in my age group and I seem very immature, or nobody wants to do what I want to do, which is kind of like, I want to dance around and have drinks and then turn on some music and I want to sing Taylor Swift really loud, and pretend that I'm 18 again for a little while. And then I want to walk down to the lake and look at it. And then if it's nice, I want to jump in and swim around and, just all sorts of like everything. I just feel like it gets harder as you get older that people don't want to do that much stuff, or maybe we just forget to do it.
Right.
Because you just end up in your rut more and more.
Right.
So I do agree, like even with people your age in their late 30s. I remember being in my late 30s and I was just so entrenched with the kids.
Right.
I didn't do any fun stuff.
Right. Well, I didn't
have any friends either.
Well, that's okay. You're okay. You made it.
I had no friends.
I also think that's an interesting point about the friends because I do have friends that have kids, and it's super fun. Like I'm very grateful that I have friends who have kids too.
You can hang out and the kids play.
We can hang out and the kids play, but I think one of the great things is having friends that either don't, like when we get, like to be able to get away.
When we leave the kids.
When we leave, because then it's like the other part of me that's not like constantly thinking about other people's needs gets to come out.
Right, exactly.
Because when I'm with my kids, it's always, it's just like the dance of like managing everybody's needs and wants and,
schedules.
Oh, and schedules.
You can't like not eat dinner or, you know what I mean? Like,
no, you can't just be like, oh, let's just like, oh, it's 7:30. Oh shit, I didn't think about dinner yet.
Right, you can't do that.
No, you can't do that. It's like constantly like 2 steps ahead planning where you're at. So I just find that it's so nice to be able to just like be able to switch out of some of the roles that we predominantly are in. Because when we can switch out of those roles, then a different side of our personality can come back to life. And I really appreciate that. I also do find it very interesting that like my closest friends are between like 10 to 20 years older than me.
And mine are all younger than me.
Not a lot younger than you. Like Julie's what, 7 years younger than you?
7 years younger than me.
Heather's
10 years.
10 years.
9 years.
9 years
younger than me. I was in school with Heather.
You're 21 years older than me.
Oh yeah, I'm so much older. And it's weird
But it doesn't really matter.
No, because, well, I don't.
But you are wiser than me, and you've been through everything before me.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're,
I would say that, like, I mean, I really look for women now that I consider to be, like, wise, yet also still wild.
Wise and fun.
Wise and wild.
Wise and
I
wild.
describe you. I mean, you're so wise and you're so fucking wild.
I like to be wild. I don't want to be contained.
No, you're
not.
not
And I don't want
contained.
people to think that they know me.
You have been such a fundamental person for me because you have completely shattered what I thought it meant
To be older.
age.
Yeah.
And you have broken, like literally broken so many rules that I just assumed were the rules. And like, I feel like you, and I've told you this before, but you probably like single-handedly changed the trajectory of my life by showing me what is possible.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. I
Wow.
mean, hands down.
Well, thank God I have you, because you are just like, you're like the driving force for everything too.
Well, I don't know about that. I think you're a driving force.
You do? I don't think so.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm so lazy.
You just make everything happen.
Yeah, but in kind of a lazy way. No, not lazy.
I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. But I just didn't know. Like, I didn't know you could do these things. I didn't know you could, like, be almost 60 and go and do the fun things that we do.
Oh, I know. I wouldn't think that either.
Like, how great.
Like,
you
even
can
if I
be as
think
an example.
about it.
And everybody listening, like, I think you should question what you think it looks like to age, and like just even taking a moment to just even look at what rules you have created for yourself or you believe exist. Because like, I know I had a huge rule book of what I thought everything looked like. I did not like, I don't know. I didn't really question some of those rules. I mean, I've got parents who are in
They're
their,
very young.
how
young
old are they?
acting,
They're like
68.
68. And oh my
And
God, they're so physical and so fit and so
They look
healthy and so
super good,
active
yeah.
and have so much energy. So it's not like my parents are like old and I thought that, but you know.
Oh yeah,
I
I know.
know.
And I don't you think
So
it's
I
like a
am lucky that I
mindset
have-
as
it's a
you
total
get
mindset.
older too. And it's weird because my husband's best friend is 15 years younger
Than him.
than him.
Yeah, you guys, and you have a raft company, so
And we
you're
have
always
a
around
raft company,
raft
so we're
guys.
around young people all the time, people in their 20s.
Right.
Which I think keeps you young and, you just want to have fun. Like, I feel like a lot of my friends my age are all just kind of like, and then let's talk about my child just had a baby, which is awesome. I think that's great. But then I'm just like, do you guys want to listen to some music?
Right.
Or just want to hang out and, but it's a kind of serious stuff or
Yeah.
like, what's the plan for your next 5 years? And I'm like, I don't have a plan.
Right.
Or, so I think, one thing I was just reading a book about maybe my great uncle, and he was saying stuff to the person writing the book. He was like, always have friends younger than you,
Oh, interesting.
especially as you get older.
Oh, that's cool.
Always try and have friends or have young acting friends.
Right.
Because it keeps you young.
Keeps you young and
it
doing
keeps
youthful
you
activities.
youthful activities. So we're not like, let's just go have some tea now.
Right.
Or,
Right. Totally.
or just want to complain about some stuff. Or
Totally.
you know what I mean? Like, because
Yeah.
we could do that for hours.
I mean, we do complain about
And we do
stuff.
complain about stuff, but I think it's nice to have a mixture of friends.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. I love that about ULA. Like, I think one of the cool things about
that's a
ULA is
very
you
good
see
point.
so many people from so many different ages and backgrounds that are really good friends. Like, I love that about ULA. I don't always see it in other groups, although I don't really hang out with other groups, let's be honest. But I think it's really cool how, like, I don't know, you just see it. There's like people that you're like, oh my God, look at those guys.
It kind
I
of
wonder if
bridges
they
the
ever would have found
generation.
each other.
No, that's so true. It bridges the generation gap, and it also bridges it just bridges your thoughts, or you end up hanging out with people that are like-minded, but not necessarily like-minded. It's more like soul-minded.
Soul, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
totally.
like we might have different political views.
Yeah.
But when we're dancing in class,
doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
It doesn't matter.
I feel totally connected to those.
Oh my God!
people.
Did you listen to or did you read Mark Manson's email this morning?
I read Mark Manson's email.
You guys, you guys need to read this. Like, it's so good. This guy, Mark Manson, he has a Monday morning email, and one of the things that is so important that he said. I'm going to read it. I just found it. It says, you would never guess by looking at the news headlines, but the American people, by and large, agree on most issues. 3/4 believe the government should expand its coverage of healthcare. 2/3 believe there should be stricter gun laws. 79% think abortion should be legal. 76% support investing more in education. 96% support infrastructure improvements. 75% say it's somewhat / very important to promote more racial and ethnic diversity. 76 say racism continues to be a big problem. 2/3 see China as a threat, and 83% believe the U.S. should remain the world's major military power. Yet, despite all of this agreement, polarization between the two major parties is at an all-time high. That just makes me so sad, because we mentioned this a few podcasts ago where it was where it's 93% of the people, or, whatever that crazy percentage of, that we actually all want the same thing.
Yes, right.
And it's true. And I feel like we need to be in situations more where all of that stuff that separates us, like the minutia of how we want it, is not at the forefront. And I think that ULA does that. The music, the movement, the community, it just breaks through so much of that.
Yeah, and you find like soul-minded people, people. Your souls are the same. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you can even tell sometimes, have you guys noticed, you'll be in a class and these are memories, and there's 25 people dancing, and you see someone come in, maybe it's a new person, maybe they come a few times and they don't like it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, and then I can almost tell, you're not going to like it.
Oh,
I get a sense of this is not your jam, and that's okay too.
Right.
But I'm but we're not the soul same.
Oh,
you know what I mean? We're not on this trajectory the same way, which is all right. But I definitely get that sense that, they're just not on the same trajectory. And I feel like when we're in ULA together, we're on the same trajectory together, which I find. Which I miss, by the way, from not seeing everybody. And I miss feeling that way.
Yeah.
And I also feel like our climate right now is like a reality TV show.
Yeah.
Because I'm fascinated. How about you guys? I'm fascinated with the news. I was never fascinated with the news. Never.
Right.
Most of my life, I probably should have been, but I'm not. And suddenly the last 4 years or 3 years, I'm like, what's happening on the news? And we're all kind of commenting, even when we were together this weekend, someone would be like, oh, COVID cases are da-da-da-da-da. It's kind of like we're in some sort of, show or something. And we're just fascinated, or our government is a reality TV show. And it's like, what's happening now? I think we should all go outside and say something.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's it's kind of sad that it is like a reality show, but it is.
But it is, and you know what? I'm gonna miss it. Maybe
you're gonna miss
if it ends. If somehow the political climate ends, and that's a bad thing to say, but part of me is addicted to it, right? It's you got to let it go, babe. You got to find something else.
You got to find something else.
Don't make this.
This is garbage.
Yeah, this is garbage. It's kind of a bad soap opera, It's I wonder what Luke's going to say today to Laura.
Oh my God, the Rudy Giuliani thing though. That was that was
with
big,
Borat.
Man. Oh my God. I'm like,
uh-oh.
Yeah, it got interesting this weekend, didn't it?
It got interesting. And that's what friendship is all about, because we have this melding together of all our personalities.
Well, and I think with friendship, you really are choosing, you're choosing people that you want to invite into your life. Yes, if you're married or if you have a partner or whatever, then you have kind of picked that person. You're this with Rob, I feel yes, he's separate than me, but this is what I was trying to say with homeostasis. Yes, he's a separate person than me, but when we're at our home, that is the two of us together in our home is what makes me feel most at like my center line.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
but like, even though you and I are very, very good friends, when I'm with you, it's not just like my, my 0
It's not
point.
like where you go
It's not
and
like
get
baseline.
balanced or
No,
whatever,
I
too.
mean, I do in a way, but it's not like we don't live together. We are not spending our lives together, you know, so it's different. So when you pick these people that you want to invite in your life, I feel like it almost is like this, like a little electric charge.
Yeah, that's a good
to
way
be
to
like,
put
woo,
it.
and like then your energies come together, and like, you know, when you have good chemistry with friends, it's just like all this, like, you know, and of course that happens in a marriage too, but I feel like marriage is like my rock.
Especially long term. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And then friendship is so important because it's like
little sparks of love.
Sparks. It feels like,
yeah, and rejuvenation.
For sure. Like I feel totally rejuvenated after having friend time.
Right. And then for me, it's also nice being around just people that are the same as like versus my husband is different than me and you're different than me. But
that's a good point too. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like we're like women, and so we have how we can share together is. I just feel
different
like
it's
different than
it feels more natural
to me
to share with women
than with my husband. Although I love my husband and we do share a lot, but you know, he kind of looks at me sometimes like, "What are you talking about?"
Sure.
And you guys might do that to me sometimes too. but I still feel like you're getting it. You're just not getting exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know,
that makes sense.
I'm getting where you're at, you know.
Well, it also is helpful for me that you are a therapist.
Well, and our other friend is a therapist too.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's pretty nice.
She has some really good.
I have saved a lot of money
having
you ladies in my life.
That's
all I can say.
I'm like, what did Heather say? I'm like, yes.
I know, it's so good.
I forgot about that.
We were talking about the podcast because actually the podcast came out on Friday, the day we were driving up to the lake, and I listened to part of it in the morning, and I'm like, oh God, that sounds terrible. Like, how mean was I what I was saying to Rob? And then why the hell did I feel like I needed to share that on a podcast?
Right, exactly.
Like, who does this? Who shares their worst moment with total strangers who very may well be judging you? You know, I'm like, why would I do that?
What's going on with the universe?
And so I was talking about it in the car, and Heather just immediately was like, what's your root fear? And I was like, Oh yeah, what am I afraid of?
That was a good question.
That? And I was like, it just was cool.
Yeah, it wouldn't be something I would. That's why friends are good, because they have this variety of input too.
Yeah, she's like, well, what's your root fear? I'm like, I don't know, that people think I'm a mean person. Or
right.
I'm like, well, okay. So what if they think I'm a mean person?
Right.
Then don't listen to the podcast.
Right. It's real easy. You just push the button.
Just change the
Done.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it was good. And then for me to be like, oh, well, why do I care if people think that I'm a bad wife?
Deeper.
Or what, and then, and I was like, oh my God, it's so awesome.
Why does it matter?
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have had that if we hadn't all been sitting in the car there sharing our.
Yeah, it was great.
Sharing our information. I also love how I think with the pandemic, it's made us, and maybe not with the pandemic, but I think as I've aged, I've gotten more particular about who my friends are.
Yeah.
And I really want friends who either make me laugh, make me feel lighter.
Yes.
And I want friends that are good listeners.
Yes.
Someone that's going to be
I totally
I'm going to listen to you. Cause when you're younger, I'm like, oh, well, I'll hang out with so-and-so and so-and-so.
We just want to have fun.
Yeah. We're just going to hang out. But then when I end up talking to them in the long run, I'm like, I don't really like talking to you. Really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nice to go dancing with you at the bar, but as I age, I feel like I've gotten more and more, what's the word? How do you filter,
more
discerning. Oh,
Jigs.
You owe me coke.
I hear that. I think also that I am, I have a lot of friends right now who are just really independent people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that because I just feel so overwhelmed, and not overwhelmed. I shouldn't make it sound like that, but 3 small kids, and just a lot going on. It's really nice to have people who are really, I feel like my friends are so solid in themselves.
That's a good point. And they're not can we go out tomorrow? Or, not,
no, it's
say that, but I just feel like we can hang out and then we can not hang out for a while.
It's fine.
And it's fine. And no one, like, you know, in the old days, people would get upset about that.
When you're young?
Yeah.
Or before, what do you mean is the old days?
Well, like, even when I was young, like, didn't you think like there was sort of like you had to do your quota?
Oh, uh-huh.
Your friendship time.
Your friendship time.
You know, and then as you have kids and stuff like that, it gets hard to do your friendship time as much.
Do you think it's weird that I only hang out with people who are older than me?
Maybe. But that one woman, is she older than you with the kids the same age?
No, just like a couple years.
Yeah. So those, I think I think you have some friends that are your age, but then but then you have a bunch of friends that are older than you.
Yeah. Well, I really like to learn from people.
Yeah. And then even the person that's your age, she's pretty wise.
Oh, she's super
wise.
I think I definitely learn from her.
Like, I really like visiting with her too.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what that's about.
And then also it's just harder to meet people. I feel like for me, well, because I'm kind of shy. So I only have my friends at work and stuff.
I have so many, I feel like
you've gotten better at making friends. I feel like.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
What?
Because remember when I first met you 10 years ago?
Yeah.
I felt like you had friends from ULA.
Yeah.
But you didn't have friends from other facets.
Other places. Oh,
and I feel like now you have friends from other facets of your life.
Oh, that's true.
And things that you're interested in. You know what I mean? Either it's your children's friends, parents,
yeah,
or parents, their parents,
mm-hmm.
Or it's things that you're interested in, and you've made friends with those people,
right? Yeah, yeah. How do you think? Does Mike ever get jealous of your friends?
Never.
Okay. You wish he would.
Got it. Looks at me right away. She's like, oh.
Okay. What else? Do you have any friendships that have changed during COVID?
I don't have any friendships.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
She's like, okay.
Your and my friendship, has it changed during COVID?
I think we had to renegotiate it because we did so much stuff together, and then COVID happened, and then we couldn't do anything together for a while.
That's true.
Remember that?
Yeah, that's true.
That was hard. And then we didn't get to, now we still don't get to travel. So we've both been dealing with our depression parts. And I think part of it is related to that. And not being able to dance with people too. Probably.
Well, I just realized how much I rely on that high.
Yes.
I really miss the feeling of getting high on energy with people.
Yes.
You know, like I wish that I smoked weed, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get high.
Yes. Without the people.
With all the people and the music and the energy that we all share together.
Throbbing and the dancing,
it's just like so
powerful.
And
the looking around. And
it's like I just am not getting high lately. And so then maybe that's why I'm depressed, because I think those highs really keep me up.
Yeah, I was surprised about how I've been so affected by it.
Right.
Right. In my moods.
You know it is good for me though is teaching for the online studio. I think I needed to recalibrate a little bit so that it wasn't so dependent on people, because then that would get me like depressed as a teacher. If I had a class where not everyone seemed super into it, then I'd be like, oh, that was a terrible class.
Right.
You know, and now I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Like, it's not, you got to figure out how to make it really meaningful still without the feedback.
Yes, good point.
And like I needed to fix that because that relationship was starting to get a little funky.
And that was getting too dependent on that, I think, the feedback part.
The feedback, yeah. I had to be like, oh, if I don't get good feedback, then I'm depressed about not depressed. I shouldn't overuse that word.
No.
Then I feel down about
it affected your high of the class.
Yeah, I couldn't get as high.
I couldn't get. And I think that's the other great thing about COVID that's going to help us as we come out. I hope we remember this, is that what you're saying, like we can enjoy the high of the people, but if it's not, for whatever reason, we're not feeling it, it may just be us. It may not be that the class didn't feel it.
Exactly. Yeah. The other thing that, so I, with birthdays, I usually take a little bit of time to like reflect and to think about, okay, what are my I don't know, I don't want to say goals, but they're kind of goals. Like, what are my goals? Like, where am I at? Where do I need to actually do some improving? And B and I have been talking about this a lot, is resiliency. And
I said Braziliancy. And I'm like,
resiliency. I don't know if that's changing citizenship or if it's getting waxed
I thought about getting waxed. I was like, wow, quite a jump. Anyway, go back.
Yes.
Resilience.
Especially during COVID.
Resiliency.
Resiliency. I just need to work on my resiliency. Like, when things get hard, I just like lose it probably way more quickly than I should.
Well, and I think your hormones.
Yeah, my hormones
are making you a little less resilient. That's another thing to remember. It's giving me more compassion for people too.
Sure.
To remember, like, because sometimes when I wasn't feeling this way, I would be sort of like, come on, pick yourself up.
You would be more like, come on, fucker, get up.
Get up off the fucking ground. And now I'm like, maybe there's a struggle. They might want to get up, but they're struggling and they can't now.
Well, I was listening to Frozen, taking my kids to school this morning, and one of the songs about bit of a fixer-upper, da 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 da, and one of the lines that they say is, people make bad choices when they're mad or scared or sad or something like that. Oh. And then she says, you got to send a little love their way.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, that's so true. Because I feel like maybe any of the I don't think I make bad decisions, but I have bad reactions.
Mm-hmm.
My bad reactions have lately just been happening when I'm all those things, like scared or overwhelmed or sad or whatever. And then, she's like, send a little love their way. And I'm like, oh yeah. Like, most people who are making bad decisions or maybe acting poorly, there usually is like something's
there, going on. Send a little love their way. Instead of like,
instead of like, what's wrong with you?
Why don't you fix it?
What a dick, or
or why don't you make yourself better?
Totally.
Or like, I'm trying, but I can't because I feel terrible.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe a little compassion for myself, compassion for other people.
Mm-hmm. And that's what friendship's for.
That's what friendship is for.
Because we have this reflection. Mm-hmm. So not only in our marriage do we have, marriage is a very clear reflection because it's, like you're saying, it's homeostasis, it's this base. It's kind of easy to see when your image is popped back at you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I think sometimes in friendship too, like, certain things will trigger me in friendship, and I'm like, oh, what is this about, B?
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of, but if I didn't have the other people to get triggered, what I mean? Then I wouldn't
have the opportunity for reflection.
Exactly. I wouldn't be able to process, what does that, the person said it this way, but you took it, you went 100 yards the other way with it.
Right.
Instead of being like, hey, what's up, little one?
Yeah. Totally.
So I think friendship is just a huge gift, and it's been, I know it's hard. I think Kaylee and I talk about this a lot. Like, we don't have a lot of long-term friends.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know, I'd love to hear from you guys too. Like, I know, Julie has a ton of long-term friends.
Long-term friends,
which is great. And so I'm just wondering for you all out there, like, do you have long-term friends? Do you not?
I can keep long-term friends if I like. I feel like long-term friendship is doable for me if I practice good boundaries.
Good boundaries, very good. I love that.
Because when I don't have good boundaries, then my friendships don't make it.
Oh, that might be right.
I don't have very good boundaries with you, but somehow.
But we have good boundaries because we take breaks.
Right.
I mean, we're not like in each other's face every day.
Well, kind of.
Well, we are kind of.
We probably talk on the phone like 4 times a day.
But we talk on the phone a lot. That's true.
I don't know. All I know is that as I've gotten older, I've learned like, okay.
But I'm not needy of you.
You're not needy of me.
I'm not kind of like,
No, I know you're independent.
And you're independent too.
And you've got a lot going on in your own life.
Right. So it's not like, oh no, poor B or poor
It's not
Kaylee.
like, yeah.
And I know you're busy with the 3 kids. So it's like, oh no, it's like, don't you want to?
Why don't you think you had friends? Like, why don't you think you had friends when you were my age?
Your age? I got totally into the raising the kiddo. We had moved here.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's hard when you move in your late 20s. Like, you don't have school or anything anymore.
Did you feel misunderstood?
I felt misunderstood, and Mike had friends, and I was trying to be friends with them. And sure. I was kind of a different person. Nothing wrong. Like, they were awesome people, but I'm definitely not their type of people.
Right.
You know, but I'm just kind of like, oh, yeah, I'll fit in with those people.
Right.
But I just didn't want to, but I didn't really fit in, so I didn't want to spend a lot of time doing it.
I also think I'm very introverted, except around ULA people.
Yeah.
And so
I
think that's one of the reasons it's hard for me to make friends outside of like ULA people. Like ULA people I just feel safe with. And so, but I don't know, outside of ULA, it's harder for me to make friends. I am doing a better job
but
now.
You're doing
I'm getting better at it. But yeah. I think that is I don't know what that's about. I'm just very I'm introverted.
Yeah, I'm introverted too.
You know, like we can walk down the street and Rob will stop and talk to like all the neighbors. Like he'll stop. I mean, he just stops and talks to everyone.
I know, like Sarah, my neighbor, she knows everyone on our street. She moved. She was at another street. But when she comes down to my street, everyone's like, oh, Sarah.
Yeah.
I've been on the street a year longer than her. I don't know anyone on the street. And they look at me and they're afraid to talk to me. They're like, oh, hello. And they kind of turn and I'm like, good, turn away. I have nothing to say. Even though they seem like very, very nice people.
And you're a very nice person too.
Right. But I don't. But I think what you said is right. The boundaries. Because when I was young, you know, I would have like best friends and then we would like do everything together and then something would happen and then I'd be like, we would break up.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of. And then that would happen. And then I had a best friend in college who I loved, you know, but then her husband ended up not really liking me, which is fine. And, but then I got mad and then I never called her back.
Oh God. Yeah.
But then we comment on each other's social media posts.
Oh, good.
No. But I did get better. Then I went to graduate school.
Yeah. And then you made lifelong friends.
And then I made lifelong friends after that in kind of your age, like around 37 or something. I started graduate school. I was thinking to 41. And so then I did make a group of friends and we are still friends.
That's awesome.
And I think because we had better boundaries. We were grown women.
I feel like when you meet people when you're a grown up, you're like, oh, yeah.
Like boundaries. We have boundaries. And they were like, you know, everyone was busy with their own lives. Of course, you'd hang out and then you would go do other stuff.
Like, oh, yay.
How fun. But I'm not dependent on the person, you know, or, you know. So I think that's a good point. Boundaries are
the name of my friendship game.
For healthy friendships.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, don't put all your eggs in the basket or, you know, or try to rescue someone or, you know, that type of stuff.
Right. Yeah. But I just don't know what I would do without friendship time. And I feel grateful that I work with friends.
And I feel grateful that we make time for it.
And that
I feel grateful that we make time for friendship.
Yeah. Time. I think that is so important.
Because I think as we get older, it gets harder to make time for that. In our middle-aged years, like between 35 to 55, maybe it's hard to make time for that because you're doing your kid thing or you're doing your work thing, your career thing.
And I still feel the guilt, like when I leave.
Oh, I feel true. Yeah,
we just like guilt. Sat around and like, oh, look at my kid. Oh, look how cute they look. Oh, and then here's my grandson. I mean, we just sat around and looked at pictures of our kids, but it was still really important to do that.
And have nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do.
We weren't like,
I got to take care of me.
I didn't have to go make a bed or
nobody needed anything from me.
Nobody needed anything. What
a great feeling.
To
not be needed.
I
love that feeling.
No one was waiting for anything either. Like waiting. I'm waiting for my dinner.
Waiting for you to wipe my ass. I've called your name 6 times. Mom!
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Yes, friendship. Very important. I hope that everyone feels like they can find the people who truly love them, know them, support them, bring out different sides of them. It really is one of the most important things in my life.
It is one of the most, it's a big pillar.
Huge pillar.
It's a big pillar of life. Marriage. I'm friendship.
Well, that's it for this episode.
Dun, 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 dun. And then in 2 more weeks, we're going to have another pillar.
Would love to hear about you guys, your friendship.
What's working, what's not working.
Seriously.
How has the pandemic affected your friendships? I'm curious about that.
Or even if you don't want to share with us anywhere, that's totally fine. But it's just good to think about.
It is good to think about because it's like, is friendship important to you?
Are you making time for it?
Are you making time for it?
What kind of people are you inviting into your personal life?
Right. And has that changed?
Right.
How has that changed? How is it different from when you were young?
Yeah. What can your friends give that maybe the people in your immediate family or your house don't provide?
Good question.
What kind of people are you attracting? Are they bringing out different sides of you that are fun to explore?
Mm-hmm.
Like, friendship is really cool. You get to pick the people. I mean, they always say you become more like the 5 people you're closest to or whatever, you know? And so who are you inviting into that really personal space?
Good question.
I love that.
Love it.
Okay. Thanks, you guys. Have a great couple of weeks.
Love you.
Love you.
Thanks for listening.